All right, so we're just down here at Page 3's Game Zone. We're talking a little bit of Magic the Gathering. So we've got Christian and Calvin here, both regular Magic players. Been playing for quite some time, so I'll just start out on that side. Christian, how long have you been playing Magic?
I've been playing Magic for approximately 2 years.
About 2 years. Have you played competitive tournaments the entire time?
I've not played them the entire time. I've been playing competitively for just a little over a year now.
Okay, so you didn't start competitive right off the bat?
No, I got into it as a casual thing.
Okay. So it's A-okay to start out casually, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Socialize with friends.
Okay. Calvin, what about you? How long have you been playing?
12 years.
Have you played, like, solid for 12 years, or have you taken any breaks?
When the Mirrodin set came out in 2004, it got kind of broken for a while, so I left. And then when I moved back to Pikeville in 2005, I got back into it.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys have been playing for quite some time. So between the two of you, we've got nearly 15 years, going on 15 years of experience here. So so both of you play competitively now?
A little bit, but I'm mostly a casual player.
Okay. And Christian, you mostly play competitively?
I play locally in competitive scenes.
Okay. All right. So regardless of the format that you're playing, because there are a number of formats that you can play Magic as, what's like, Christian, what would you tell somebody, like, why maybe they should try to play Magic for the first time?
Because when you first get into it, the casual experience and the socializing, it just gives you a lot to go on. It keeps you busy. It keeps the night fun for you, and at the same time you have the competitive aspect of it. So it's a challenge between you and your friends to see who can win. It's always fun being competitive.
Okay. So Calvin, I'll ask you the same question. What's a reason you think somebody should maybe give Magic a shot if they've not played it yet, maybe have thought about it but not quite taken the plunge yet?
One of the things that I really enjoy about Magic is the almost limitless availability of different play styles. Even within each color, there are so many different flavors and different variants that you can go with in each format that it's really a game that you can do anything you want to.
So whatever your strength is.
Yeah. From aggressive creature-based play to more of a controlling aspect, there are so many different ways to play the game that you can really just do anything. And I really like that you can try different things and that the game supports that. So from like
say somebody that is familiar with the game of chess, in chess you typically are either an aggressive player or a reactionary player. So both of those types of players can have their needs met as far as a game with Magic? Oh,
certainly so. And I think especially something that a chess player might find fun is to do, instead of it being only a head-to-head game, you can start doing 3 players and up. I find some of the most fun games are when I'm doing 4 or 5 players sitting around a table, and you can't tell who's the most important opponent at the time, and so there's so much give and take among the table that's a lot of fun for me.
So you've got head-to-head, and you've got melees with one against multiple other opponents playing each other. You can even play team games, 2v2 and so forth. So the game scales for various number of players as well, huh?
Yes.
So what? Just out of curiosity, Christian, what's the first color that you started? If you remember, what's the first color you started playing Magic?
I had actually played a 2-color combination deck, and it was red and green.
Okay, so you started in with Christmas, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what type? Do you remember what kind of deck that was? Was it creature heavy? Was it spell heavy?
It was mostly creatures. Yeah.
Okay, and that's probably pretty. Calvin, what about one of the first decks that you played? If you remember that, was it a pretty heavy creature deck?
Green big creatures.
Okay,
Scaled worm.
And would you say that's a pretty good place to start for any given person to start out with a creature heavy deck, just to kind of get introduced to the game a little bit? It's a really good way.
Most of the rules are centered around combat and various stages in the turn, and playing a creature based deck will get you through that with the least amount of confusion, and then you can ramp up the complexity as you go.
Okay, so then for experienced players that maybe are trying to get some of their friends to start into the game, that may be a good place for them to start, is maybe to say, hey, I've got this basic creature-heavy deck. Now, obviously, you wouldn't say to the player, "Hey, I've got this easy deck to play," but necessarily. But you could say, "Here's a great one to learn on."
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, what is currently your favorite color or combination of colors to play, Christian?
Currently, I like red and black. It's not a color combination that a lot of people favor,
Mm-hmm.
but it's got a lot of raw power. So it can overwhelm people pretty quickly if they don't have answers.
Okay. Calvin, what about you?
The last couple of years, I've been focusing pretty heavily on red-green.
Okay.
The speed that it's able to put out, sort of the 1-inch punch. It doesn't look like much, and then all of a sudden, you don't know where it's coming from.
The 1-inch punch. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, fellas. Well, I think that'll wrap us up for the day. So I appreciate your time, and hopefully this is helpful to anybody that's watching.